Hello again. I'm here right now. I got Mike Mueller, who's the managing director of Adventus for, is it Adventus Europe?
Adventus Europe, GmbH.
Okay. And he's going to take us through a couple of his the technologies going on here and how they also relate back in the United States.
Thank you, Seth. Well, we have been introducing our groundwater, soil, and sediment bioremediation technologies here for about 2 years. And the demand has picked up such that we have formed a joint venture and started manufacturing here in Germany and the United Kingdom. Our classic business model, which is to sell through environmental engineering and consulting firms, is replicable here. We have to include regulators and the academic community perhaps in a way where we don't in North America as much. But we're finding that the demand is there. The sales cycle is a bit longer perhaps. But our market research indicates that the Western European countries are about 2 to 3 years behind the U.S. in terms of technology adoption. So, in situ chemical reduction, which is what we do, iron-carbon combinations, is a field of great interest, and we're pretty excited with how it's going so far.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the life cycle is the sales cycle is pretty slow here. Is that greater? Is more hoops to jump through to get a site approved, or what's going on?
Well, it kind of depends on which sites we're talking about. Each one is different, of course. But if we're talking about chlorinated solvent sites versus pesticide sites versus metal sites versus explosive sites, each one of those niches, let's say, has a different sphere of influencers who are going to be involved. So one of the quickest cycles would be with an industrial event. Mm-hmm. There's been a spill, there's been an accident, the regulatory regime mandates something be done now.
Right.
So we're approached for oxygen releasing compounds, for example, on a very short notice. But for some of the more complicated, larger sites, it's a very deliberative process, especially in some place like Germany. Mm-hmm. Lots of studies will be done. There'll be a 1-year pilot cycle. So we're sort of beholden to that reality, and everybody else is as well. There are some established technologies that continue to build a lot of traction: pump and treat, excavation, the usual suspects. So again, we're confident that as the mindset changes, as more references are known, we're going to have the success we're looking for.
Great. And is there any other technological advancement that you think is going to help change that, or is the technology already there and Europe's just having a hard time catching up, or what's pushing the shifts right now in the market?
That's a difficult question to answer, because everybody has their bias. Let's say everybody has their perception of what's the best technology set. Mm-hmm. So it's a communication challenge for all the vendors here. I mean, I think there's 14,000 people in this building this week, and each one of us have a story to tell. Each one of us believe we have a value proposition that's better than the others, or we wouldn't be here. Right. But from our perspective, we really think that for impacted groundwater plumes at industrial sites or surface soil impacts where the land's being rezoned as a brownfield for residential development, which is a very common trend, we have the ability to say this U.S. technology was great, but it's being made in the European Union. It's REACH pre-certified. We do have references for you from within the European Union, and so let's go forward with the pilot study. And they're receptive to that discussion. They are.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. I'm sure things are really exciting here, and only going to get more so. So, good to talk with you and get your opinions on the industry. Thank you very much. Great.